Hello and welcome to the video on logical expressions or and not. I'm going to use the same database that's the University Access database, and I'm working with the table course, and so I'm going to create a query. So I'll go ahead and create. If you want to see what's in the course, you'll notice that you have department code, course number, title. I'm going to leave out description in the query because it's a pretty long, so I'll leave that out. And then credit hours. Notice there are 5 Applied Computer Science, ACS, and 3 English and 1 Math. All of them are 3 credits except for the 4901 course number and 1 for the English. But just so you know, there's just 9. So I'll close out of here. I'm going to choose Create, Query Design. I'm going to use from the table course. Now I don't want to use the asterisk because that'll put it all in one. I need the individual, plus I don't want description. So I'll double click department code, course number, title, and credit hours. So I'm leaving out description. And run. It's still the same 9 records if you want to see everything. There's 5 of the ACS, 3 English, 1 Math. All of them are, except for 2, are 6 credits. So I'll go back to Query Design. Now this is what we're going to do in criteria this time. We'll say ACS, we want the Applied Computer Science that also has just 3 credits, and then or an ACS that has 6. So you're out of the 9, you actually want the 5 ACS, 4 of them are 3, and 1 is 6 credits. So go ahead and click Run, and it should be the 5 of them. So we'll save this. So if I X out of here, it'll say yes. And this will be ACS courses with 3 or 6 credit hours. And I'll create another one. I could copy and paste and so forth, but this is pretty quick. So Query Design, I'm going to do the same thing, the course table, the same for department code, course number, skip title is good, skip description, and credit hours. Now this time, I'm going to type in ACS for the Applied Computer Science, and, so when it's on the same line, it's and, I'm looking for 3 or 6. So it's on the same line, whereas, and we'll go back and look at the other one. So I'll click Run, and it should be all 5 ACS, the 4 of them with 3 credits and 1 with 6. So if I open up the courses that I just created, and I'll go into the Query Design here, they were on separate lines. So that was individual, that would be the or, but you had to do them separately. You didn't have to. The new way is if you, again, I'll go to Design View. I have it on one line, so I just didn't have to do it twice, so you save yourself some time. So let's save this one. I'll close out of here, and I want to save this one. Save yes. And this one will be ACS courses with 3 or 6 credit hours. Short version. And we'll do another one. Create, Query Design, and go back to Tables, Course. Same for department code, course number, title, and credit hours. Skip the description. So on this one, I'm going to go to Query, Criteria, ACS, Applied Computer Science, and if I type in 3 here and click Run, it'll show the 4 of them. But instead of 3, I'm going to type the word not and a space bar, and now click Run. And it should show just the 1 ACS that's 6. So you could also, if you wanted to, I'll go back to Design View, in here, the criteria, or ENG. So, because we know that one of the English has a 6, not a 3, so now you should come back with 2. So the or was on this when it's on the same line, and you're both looking for not 3. So it's an and an or. And there's the 2. So this one we'll X out of here and say So now we're going to go back into the ones that we just created. This is the first one we did, and we went into design view. You'll see, oh, that was the second one. So let me go back into the first one. That was the first one. So it was saying criteria ACS with 3, or an ACS with 6. The next one was the short version, and that's the one that had it on the same line, but had the or over here. So you didn't have to do ACS twice. You just used it up here. And then the third one was with the and ACS or English that had, and notice the not has greater than and less than 3. So, or less than and greater than 3 is what I originally typed not, and that was what was changed. So let's go back, and if you wanted to see in the original one, so I'll right click instead of design view, SQL view, which is a structured query language, and this is considered the programming language. So again, select is, so select is the statement, and you're telling it to select from the course table, and you want the column department code, comma, from the course table, period, the column name, comma, and so forth. So they're all from the course table, but different column names. And then from the course table, you have that criteria, so that's the where criteria, where the course table with department code equals ACS and equals the credit hours 3, or the second line, still department code ACS and equals 6 credit hours. So this is what you would see in the programming language end of it. So now I'll go to this one just to show you the difference on this one. So I'll go to the SQL view, and you'll see it's very similar at the top, but what happens here is it changes slightly where you have the or statement for it matches the department code ACS, and it also has to match 3 credit hours or 6 credit hours. So also be aware that when in the programming language, when you have parentheses, they have to match. So this beginning opening parentheses for department code goes with the closing one here. The second one in goes with this last one here, and then the last one would go with the one on the end. So they all have to have an even amount of opening and closing parentheses. And the last one, just to show you that in SQL view, so we'll right click SQL view, and again the statement is the same, and it's all the same 4 column headings from the course table, and then it changes slightly on the criteria, the where, department code, ACS, or ENG, and it is not 3 credits. So I just wanted to share that with you, and that's working with queries and criteria. So if we go back to design view, you'll see, again, I didn't have to type the quotation. I typed a lowercase o, and it typed as a capital O for me. If I go into design view of this one, again, I didn't type the quotations and the or. And then the last one, just to go over one more time in design view, you'll see both lines for the criteria. Thank you.